All right, we're recording.
Okay, 7 p.m., November 17th, 2020. Time to start the Zoom meeting for the City of Torrington Inland Wetlands Commission. Serving on the commission this evening are members Jane Baker, Christine Altman, William Storty, Thomas Kalinowski, myself, also present, Jeremy Leifer, Inland Wetlands Enforcement Officer. The next, I guess, is election of officers.
So you can do this one of a couple ways. You can just nominate the same slate to go through if there's no objections, or you can do them one by one. If everybody's wants to serve in the same role, you can just make a motion to renominate the same slate.
I'll make a motion to renominate the same slate.
I'll second that.
All in favor? And
Aye.
Jane,
Yes, yes.
Christine,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
and Tom.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries.
So yeah, so just for the record, that's Jay as chairman, Christine as vice, and Jane as secretary. To get it on the recording.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I did the roll call already. And we'll do minutes for approval for the site walk of 8/8/20.
So you don't actually need to approve those. They're just a record of the meeting because
Okay.
there wasn't quorum, but I still filed the record.
Okay,
It's
So
just for your information.
okay. We do need the approval for the 9/15/20 regular meeting though, correct?
Yes. Yep.
I move to accept the 9/15/20 meeting of the Wetlands Commission as presented.
I'll second that. This is Tom.
Okay. All in favor? Jane,
Yes, in favor.
Christine,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
Tom,
Aye.
motion carries. Okay, next old business. The show cause hearing, property owner Ron Raymond. Address Felicity Lane, assessor map 101, block 011, lot 008. Violation, grading and material processing within a regulated area without permits. And I guess this is for discussion, no site plans available.
Yeah. So just as an update, we met with Ron Raymond here in the office last week, the end of last week. So he showed me some really preliminary plans. He's going to have he's having Ken Ricca do his drawings as we speak. The other issue we discussed was him removing the piles of fill and equipment that were along the road that really weren't part of the regular maintenance of the road. So we okayed him to remove those piles and get them off the property. Put any kind of proper S&E controls in that he needs, and he's still going to get us a plan that shows the wetlands. The wetlands are kind of in the area on the property that I suspected. They were surveyed, but they haven't been put on an official plan yet, which he's working on. So I told him, before we could lift the cease and desist, he had to remove all the stockpiles that weren't permitted and get us that plan that at least shows the wetland boundaries.
Okay,
So it's still in progress.
okay, but he's moving along on it.
He's doing something. Yeah, he's progressing.
Okay, that sounds good. Any other discussion?
Not for that. No.
Okay, I guess next is new business. Applicant Michael Gutowski, location 259 West Side Road. Activity septic system repair within area with proposed wetlands crossing. Okay,
Good evening. For the record, Dennis McMorrow, Berkshire Engineering and Surveying, representing Michael Gutowski. And Jeremy, you were going to see if you could put the
Yeah, let
site
me,
plan up on the screen?
I'm gonna share the screen for you. Hang on one sec.
Thank you.
Make sure I got the right one. I think this is it.
Perfect.
All right.
Okay, Mr. Gutowski owns 259 West Side Road. It's a 1.66 acre property. And George Malia flagged the wetlands, which is the area highlighted in green that runs diagonally through the property. And the well is on the south side of the house. North is essentially up the page. And so the front left corner of the property has the well. The existing septic is in that well radius. It's failing. We dug deep holes on the road side of the property, and it's pretty miserable old fill in there. Heavy clay, wet material, and it's not suitable for septic. So afterwards, we went up an old wood road and we tested in the back right corner of the property, and that was substantially better. It met the minimum acceptable standards for a septic system with the health code, which is modeling at 18 inches. And so it slightly exceeded the high water level. And so we selected that area for the septic system. The orange lines are your 100-foot regulated area away from the wetlands. And the main issue with the project is that the wetlands has a ditch channel. I think it was a man-made ditch years ago, dug diagonally through the property. And so we need to be able to bring septic fill up to that back right corner. And since that was an old wood road in there, I selected that crossing where it is. And the way we're proposing to cross it is to put down a 12-foot wide stabilization fabric like you would put underneath a driveway during construction, and then just place 12 inches of 2 or 3 inch trap rock on there. And that should bind up well enough to allow a truck to back up off the road up to the septic area, deposit the sand, and then drive out. I did have a conversation with Jeremy this afternoon and why I didn't select a narrower crossing a little bit to the south. And just because it was already a disturbed area and somewhat cleared. And I thought it was a better access for the trucks to back up in there. There's some stone retaining walls along the man-made ditch farther to the south in that area. So I looked at putting a culvert in, even a temporary culvert. And by the time I placed a 12 or 15 inch pipe and put some fill over it, I would have had more fill into the wetlands. So I felt it was better just to put this trap rock pad down, and it can follow the contour of the land. And then at the end, you could even dig out the stone that's in the channel and so we're not blocking any flow. But I think the trap rock will allow the whatever water is flowing down during construction to pass through. And it actually might help act as a sediment trap too during construction. And then at the end of construction, we can just I would leave the majority of the rock in place just in case you ever had to go up and work on that site, and just open up the channel itself so we're not blocking any flow. Because the stone over time might actually fill in with some sediments and not be so pervious. So that's it. The biggest item is obviously crossing the wetlands with it, but it really is unavoidable to get to an area of the property that's suitable to support a septic system.
So I put together a memo that I sent everyone around 3 o'clock this afternoon. That summarizes what we need to do this meeting, which is basically formally accept the application and then go through our sort of deliberations for whether it's significant or not significant. So I went through all of our items in that memo that we consider for significant or not significant. And the city engineer is currently reviewing the plans. So I haven't gotten any comments back from him to date.
Okay.
I did give him a deadline of I think December 1st, because that's a couple weeks ahead of our next meeting in case any quick corrections need to be made.
There's no such thing as quick corrections nowadays. Kidding.
Yeah, right. You're pretty fast.
It seems to me this is a reasonable solution to a failed septic that's about 20 feet away from the wetlands.
Yeah, and my comments in the I mean, just to, I guess, briefly summarize my comments. While there's effects to the wetlands, you know, it's pretty clear they call for substantial or significant effects, and I personally don't think it rises to that level.
I agree. I don't think it does either.
I'm on the same page with that as well.
Yeah, I agree also.
Me too. I would move to accept the application for Michael Gutowski at 250 West Side Road to install a septic system and repair of septic system repair within regulated area with proposed wetlands crossing, and deem it not a significant activity.
I'll second.
All in favor? Jane,
Aye.
Christine,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
Tom?
Aye.
Okay, motion carries.
That was that was Christine and seconded by Jane, right?
Nope.
Way around.
Opposite. Jane made the motion and I seconded.
Oh, the other way around. All right.
All set?
Yep.
Thank you very much.
you.
Yep.
Everybody have a good, safe Thanksgiving, and we'll see you before Christmas.
Yeah. Dennis, if
Wait
and
a minute, we have more on the agenda.
yeah, you're not going to hang around for that, Dennis?
What's that?
Our meeting.
The rest of our agenda.
Am I on
No.
any other violations or anything?
Not this time.
Or should I say, are any of my clients on that?
Do you want to take that map down?
Oh yeah. Hang on. Stop share. There we go.
Thanks again. Have a good night.
You too.
Okay.
Okay, next on the agenda is the staff report.
Okay. So I kind of oh wait, there's another item first. So the Kakiwik conference is coming up. Usually it would be this coming weekend, I think, but they're doing it all online this year, and right now it's scheduled for December 5th. There's a little bit of back and forth within Kakiwik, but I think that's still gonna hold that December 5th date. So what they're gonna do is, since it's gonna be on Zoom or whatever platform they're using, they're actually splitting the conference into 2 half days this year. It's gonna be 1 half day in December and likely another half a day towards the end of January.
Yeah.
So that you won't have to sit in front of the computer all day long.
Yes, I said.
So I will, as soon as I get solid details on registration and all that, I can send it out to everyone, and just let me know. I'll be on it, because I'm on the Kakiwik board. So if anybody else wants registration, then once you,
Oh, sorry.
go ahead. No.
I'm just wondering, do you think it's going to be a morning or an afternoon thing?
I'm not on the committee for the for the conference, so I'm not sure what they're thinking right now, but my guess would be probably morning.
Okay,
Yeah, on a Saturday is just like always, but only a half a day instead of a full day.
got it.
So when I do get solid information on that, I'll send it out to everyone to see if anybody wants to register.
Okay,
And then I have, I think I have 5 agent approvals on the list for this meeting. The first one is 68 Nutmeg Drive. That's actually for a bedroom, a master bedroom and bathroom home addition. And I did it as an agent permit because the closest point it comes is about 53 feet away from the wetland. So that's that one. And then the second one, and I believe, Jay, I may have talked to you, at least you, about this a while back. This is
Yeah.
the Torrington Fair Plaza. I'm gonna share my screen again just because I want to show the difference in this. If I can find it. All right, I want to close this out so it. All right. 1 second. Too many screens open. All right. Oh, that's not it. Hang on 1 sec. I gotta get the right drawing up. All right. So this is the previous approval that was granted back in 2007. So
This is Walmart.
yeah, so what you can see on the top of that little, and on the top of that page is the entry road off of East Main Street, next to McDonald's.
Mhm.
So this is the opposite side of that street where nothing's built yet, obviously. And this was a proposal, I think, for a bank building.
Yeah.
With the drive up lanes. So the new application, I believe I could just switch this over. Are you seeing that?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, it's different.
Yeah. So the new here, let me zoom in on this. So yeah, so that's the new proposal. It's for I think it's for more of a restaurant layout or a retail layout. So it didn't change the footprint at all of the site, and it actually moved the building away from the wetlands, and it cut down about 350 some odd square feet of impervious surface. So what I did was approved it as an agent permit as a minor modification to the previous approval. So you can
Okay.
see the new approval, and you can see there's actually it's outside of the regulated area, but they're actually proposing to change the whole setup of the entry also. So instead of when you come in on East Main Street, it won't go straight down the hill. It'll go into the plaza, and there'll be an exit to go down the hill.
Right.
So
That's the same, right, from last time?
no. So that's new, but it's outside the regulated area. You can see you can see there's like really light in the background. You can see where the old islands are and stuff, how they're reconfiguring that.
But that reconfiguration was in the previous plan, right?
No, let me see. Well,
Okay.
no.
Can you switch back so I can take a look?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that road went straight through, and it just had like a driveway into the bank.
Oh, okay.
It wouldn't have changed the old configuration.
Can we see the latest one again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So now you have to basically this driveway it will go right into the plaza now, straight into the plaza, and you actually have to come through here to get out of the plaza. Can you see my cursor?
Yep.
Yeah. To go out of the plaza. So you actually have to make a turn to go out now. And then it brings the East Main traffic straight in to the basically the back end of the parking lot. You're basically gonna lose all the parking lot along the back, which barely ever gets used anyway. So because they're way over what their minimum parking, what they need. So that's that one. If nobody has any questions.
I'm good with it.
I'm good.
Um,
I'm
all
also
right.
as well.
All right. So then the next one is 100 Franklin Drive, the old NIDEX site. There was some areas of contaminated soils. It's 400. They're taking out 400 cubic yards of material, but take a look at this real quick. It's actually a pretty small area square footage wise. So again, I did this as an agent permit because the closest there is one area that's kind of right up against the brick. The old brick wall is still there that separates the property from the river. So we really have no threat of any erosion issues. Of course, this thing's not going to help me now, but it was only a few hundred square feet of actual affected area on the site.
This is where they were having seepage into the river, right?
Am
I misremembering that?
I didn't hear anything about that on that site because it still has the remnants of the brick wall basically going all the way down
Okay.
the site. So I think for this, there's really no
There was-
danger of the actual sediment getting into the river.
The
And
seepage-
Jeremy, are they? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Was the seepage you're talking about, was that oil leak that was farther down the river?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
But that was in that area, wasn't it?
It was quite a bit farther down.
Okay. All right.
They're gonna
I'm gonna
put,
do this. I'm gonna do this the old-fashioned way and just hold this up to the camera.
If we can see it.
Yeah. You
So
see
Jeremy,
the,
they're excavating the impacted soils and capping that with the crushed rock, and then is that the same site where they're planning to construct that apartment unit building?
no, it's the property right next door. So that's 100 Franklin Street. This
Yeah.
one is 100 Franklin Drive. It's the property right next door.
that probably is where
Okay.
the seepage was then.
It is? Okay.
I think so,
I
because
always feel like my memory is a little bit.
and it was where they were doing the building, but it's farther down where they're not putting the building in.
Okay.
So this is this is right across from all the transformers and
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. all right.
What else you have?
What else do I have? Let me see. Okay, 54 Pumping Station Road. This is a previously approved house that the permit lapsed, a few years ago, and the house was reconfigured, and it actually affects less wetland or less upland review area. It's all in the upland review area than it actually did before, and these right out at the edge, about 65 feet away from the with the grading, not with the house itself, but with some of the grading for their driveway. And then the last one I have is the new splash pad at Bessie Park. So the splash pad itself is outside of the regulated area, but they have to put in some fencing and a couple of new small sections of sidewalk. So did that as an agent permit. It's up the hill from the pond, right at the edge of that, again, right at the edge of the regulated area. They're putting the pad itself behind where the pool is, kind of along about the same distance from the pond, but they have to do some additional fencing and sidewalks. So that's all I had for agent determinations, and then I thought I'd give the commission an update on our list of wetlands enforcement issues. So the list that was sent out was basically what I've put together since our last meeting in September.
You mean the one with such small type that I can't read?
Oh, yeah, it's very small.
Glasses?
Yeah. Yeah. And I actually messed with the margins to make it bigger, Jane. It was even smaller than that.
Well, unfortunately, with cataracts, I'm having a problem.
I can just send you it by email.
Yeah, it would be nice to get things like that by email, because this way I can put it on the computer screen and enlarge it to read it.
Okay. Yeah, and then if anybody has any questions, I mean, unless you want me to go over all of them, unless you have any specific questions about any specific ones, I can go over either outside the meeting or in the meeting or whatever you want to do. But like half of these have actually been closed out since the end of September. But we have our Felicity Lane issue. I have an issue on Marshall Lake Road with there was some, filling in a stream that we had to get remediation done. And then a couple of smaller ones with like structures that weren't permitted. But, once everybody has a chance to look at it, if you got any specific questions, I can talk to you.
Okay, I guess next is there's no communication. And that means next is adjournment.
I move we adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor, Jane,
Aye.
Christine,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
Tom,
Aye.
motion carries.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Have a good one.
Have a great
Okay,
night.
thanks.
You too.
Good night. Happy Thanksgiving.
You too.
Yep.